I'm at the c.h.a show, and I'm going to introduce the new Cricut. It's portable, lightweight.
How are you? I'm actually going to explain two products to you. First one is a new computer-based program called Cricut Craft Room, and then the second will be the Cricut Mini. I'm going to start off first with the Cricut Craft Room. It is a free program that we'll be offering to you, and I'm hoping it's going to be live in about 4 weeks. It may take a little longer than that, but we will have it out here very quickly. Some of the features on it. First off, if we click on the Options tab over on the left-hand side and click on this drop-down button, you'll notice that every single one of our machines, including the Cricut Mini, is listed there. This program will work with all of our machines, even the cake machines. So I'm going to start off here by selecting the Cricut Imagine because it does color, and I want to show you some of the color features. The first thing I want to show you is fonts. I can click on Add New Text Box, and I can type in whatever it is I want to say. Let's do Cubs since we're in Chicago, and we'll do somewhat of a baseball theme here. Maybe that's not the font that I want. Maybe I want Ashland's alphabet. It automatically switches it over to whatever font it is that I'm looking for. Maybe a child's year font. Nope, that doesn't bring anything. Let's just go with Ashland's alphabet. Okay, we lost it. Type that in again. We might need to start over.
That's fine, I can always edit it.
We hit a little bug. Okay, we're going to start that again, adding that, typing in Cubs. We'll go with that. Okay, so I've got the Cubs here. I can now take this, and just by grabbing this little button here, I can stretch it to be as big or as small as I want. I can grab this one, I can rotate it up, down, whichever way I want. If I want to slant it a little bit, I can slant it by grabbing this. I can stretch it to make it wider, I can stretch it to make it longer, whatever it is I want to do. If I want to get real specific also, I just go up to Shape Properties, and then I can enter in the numbers to get exactly, like say, the exact amount of slant that I want. Maybe I want it slanted in the opposite direction. I click 5, and now it's slanted the other way. Okay? So those are all nice features that you can do. Also, if you go down to fonts, and I want to bring my letters together, I just click on this button here, and it starts bringing them together. Now I want you to notice what happens when the letters finally touch each other. You'll notice they're welding themselves together. So now this is all going to cut out as one simple image. So instead of having to take each letter and scooting it over until it touches and then clicking the weld button, it does it automatically for us, which is a really nice feature. I could also do it the other way by going down here, finding the Ashland's alphabet font, and then selecting each letter separately, and that's a nice feature also, because then you can color each letter by itself. So another nice feature, if I'm using the Imagine, I can come in here with my Cubs highlighted. I can select whatever color I want, or I can select the pattern and use whatever pattern I want and fill the whole image very simply. Another thing that I can show you here, let's actually go back to Cricut and go to, let's go over to, where'd it go? There it is, Alphalicious. I'm going to show you how we can do this the other way. I can go in here, I've got all of my letters here. I can go to Overlay, which gives me a smaller version of it all, and I can select Cubs separately. It's going to ask if I want the current layer or a separate. I'm going to do this all the same layer. And we'll just do a few letters here, just do Cub. So I've got 3 different letters here, where above you see them all as the same pattern. Down here I could select each one and choose a separate pattern for them. So if I ever wanted to write something out and have different patterns or different colors, I can do that. So that's a nice feature also. So back to our Cubs up above. Another really nice feature of this program is the search function on it. I can select all types, and I could select the specific cartridge if I want, or I can go to all cartridges, and maybe I want to search for baseball. Type in, enter it in, and it pulls up every single image on every single cartridge we have that has to do with baseball. Now I'm looking for a particular baseball. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. I'm going to grab this baseball, drag it over here. I want to keep it on the same layer, and then I want to bring it over until it's touching here, which welds them together. If I don't want to weld them together, all I do is go up here and click on the don't weld, and then it won't weld it. But now I have my little baseball logo for the Cubs, and it looks really cool. So the search feature is wonderful. If you're ever looking for any type of image, all you got to do is go in here, select what type of cartridge you're looking for. The various types are Imagine cartridges, Cricut cartridges, Anniversary cartridges, Cake, and then bookmarks. Bookmarks could be the cartridges that you own, and then there's wish list, which is the cartridges that you want to own. You could search those, just the cartridges that you own if you want to find images that you currently possess. And then all cartridges is every single cartridge that we make is all listed here, and you can choose from all of those. Okay, so that's the search function. The next thing I want to show you then is how it works with your machines. As I mentioned before, you go to options, you select the type of machine that you're using. We have Cricut Mini listed here, however it's still in beta, so this button currently isn't active. So I'm going to select the Expression 2 as the one we're going to use to cut out our image. So we've got Cubs, I'm actually just going to, so that it cuts out quicker, I'm going to select one image, and I'm just going to scoot this baseball over here. Okay, in order to cut, you press the cut button over here on the right. It brings up a list of all of the cartridges that we're currently using. We're currently using the cartridge called Baseball. If I didn't have this cartridge linked to Cricut Craft Room yet, it would bring up a pop box saying, hey, you're using the baseball cartridge, would you like to link it to Craft Room? I can select yes, and then it'll say plug in the cartridge. On the Cricut Mini, if you want to come down here, your cartridge will plug right in here. And then it will read that cartridge, it will link it to Craft Room, and then you'll no longer have to plug in that cartridge again. It'll always be linked to it. If you're using a friend's cartridge and you don't want to link it, then just select no, and then you don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, so over to Mini. Mini is very easy. It has no user interface of its own, so it has to be used with Craft Room. You just insert your mat, you push the load button, the head is going to move across, it's going to go back the other way, and then it's going to load our mat in for us. And it's ready to go. So then I go back over to Craft Room, I click the cut button, brings up the cutting message, and then it starts cutting out our baseball for us. The Cricut Mini is a wonderful machine. It has many, many features because it is used with Craft Room. The greatest features about it, one is it's very light. It's under 10 pounds. I think it's around 7 pounds. It's very small, which makes it very portable and also very easy to store. And the manufacturer suggested retail price is going to be very low on it. I believe it's going to be $120, which means in stores you're going to probably get it for less than that. So this is a product that it's more of an impulse item. Even if you're not a crafter, but you will occasionally want to cut out papers, it's at a price point that makes it very affordable. So our image is done now. We press the red button again. That moves across, goes back across, and then it spits out our image. And there it is, just like we had planned it on our screen. And that's how those two machines work together. Again, back on Craft Room, it's usable with all of our machines. It is a free product available to everybody, and we should have it out within the next probably 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully.